Hi everybody, I thought I'd put together a quick video message for you to put together some ideas about what's going to happen next and to give you a little bit of information about what I know and to give you a little bit of, guidance during this time. This is a pretty crazy time. Things are very different. So that's the first thing I really want to address, and I believe that's probably the most important thing as well. Right now, everything that we thought we knew was going to happen this week is completely out the window. Everything changed over the course of a handful of days very rapidly. This pandemic has been growing in China since January, but all of a sudden it really hit home in mid-March for us. The really important thing right now is that we all take care of each other. I know that you are all in completely different situations right now, from each other, that is. Some of you are with family, some of you are with extended family, some of you are more isolated. It really depends. And I know that this is pretty hard on us. This is hard on everyone. This is not something that everyone just kind of really easily snaps into. I know that some people were kind of hoping that they could just stay inside of their houses and not have any social contact with anyone. And so federal guidelines that say socially distance yourself and don't meet in groups larger than 10 is actually pretty good news for some people. But I also know that I've talked to many parents, and I also know that this is really difficult for a lot of you. I know that you guys had plans to hang out with your friends. I know you had plans to go do college visits. I know you had plans to go hang out places and see stuff and even just buy things at the store in Anchorage. And now, especially if your plan was to buy toilet paper, you're pretty much out of luck. So that being the case, understand that everything's very different and you can adapt to it. I really want you to make sure you put a priority on taking care of yourself and on taking care of each other. Without each other, we are really going to struggle through this a lot more than we absolutely have to. You guys may not miss history class, but I miss you, and I'm bummed that I'm not going to have you back in my classroom again. That's just the way it's going to go, though, for the rest of the quarter, most likely. There's no guarantee. But that's kind of what things look like. Some schools have completely shut down at this point. No learning, no whatever. Grades are frozen and they're just done. Everybody just went home. So at least we still get to do this. I'm kind of glad about that. And I know that with a lot of you, which this really bites too, a lot of you guys are losing your jobs because places are closing down as a result of the pandemic and as a result of the guidelines. I know that we're only supposed to be, the president's plan for the slowing down the spread was only 15 days, but places are firing off their employees. They're laying them off because they're not making any money. Nobody's going anywhere buying anything right now. I know we have definitely slowed down on that kind of thing, and that's kind of what we all need to be responsible and do. So I am sorry to those of you who have lost jobs. I know those mean a lot to you. You fight real hard to get them, and then you work real hard there, and then it's just poof, gone. Very bizarre. So things will go back to normal eventually. They will. And as long as we really take care of each other, we have a chance of getting through this all right. We have a chance of learning some things about ourselves. And I think that really can happen. I want you also, each of you, to drop me a line. Yes, you also. Each of you need to send me a message and tell me where you're at, how you're doing, how you're feeling about all this stuff. I would make that a formal assignment, but I don't want to make that an assignment for a grade or anything like that. I really just want to hear from you. I check in with each of you each day. I at least say hi to everybody at some point each day. And I would like to, I try anyhow. I would like to hear from each of you and have you tell me where you are and how you're feeling with all these things. As far as what school looks like for the future, again, very different. Used to look like this classroom here. And now, for me, school's pretty much going to look like this. Why would you write that? I don't know what it's going to look like for you, but, find a way to make this comfortable. Find a way to find a spot for yourself to work. If nothing else, this will give you something to do when everything else is closed and you're not able to go out and see people. It's going to be better to try and learn something than it is to spend the next couple of months just scrolling through TikTok. So take it easy on that. You will melt your brain and it won't work anymore. In the meantime, unless somebody assigns that for you for an assignment. In the meantime, try to learn something that you're interested in. There's more than enough out there. You've got the whole internet at your disposal. do something that's actually exciting for you. I know that a lot of us have these things that if we had time, we would go learn about them and we'd go study them. Well, now you do. As far as what my class is going to look like from here on out, it's going to be very different from what we did before. We used to have weekly assignments and readings and all these types of things, discussions. Things will be very different now. I am going to break up the rest of the quarter into topics. And so each week there's going to be a topic. First, we're going to hit the 1918 pandemic, flu. I wonder why. Then we're going to do World War II. Then we're going to do some Cold War stuff after that. We will still make it up to the modern day, but we're just going to do topic focus. So there's just going to be one event kind of bubble that we're going to focus on. We're still hitting standards and all that type of business, but I'm not going to make us just go start to finish like we were going to. That's not realistic, and I furthermore absolutely recognize that some of you are taking care of kids right now so that parents can work. Some of you have limits in what technology you have available to you and all of that, so there will be alternatives for just about everything that we do to make sure that you can do that. For weekly structure of what things look like assignment-wise, you will see that next week when you log in on Monday and take a look on Canvas. I will have for you a sort of a reading and some sort of discussion board so that we can still interact and those types of things. As far as content is concerned, I'm not sure if I want to record podcasts or if I want to do video stuff. You can give me some feedback in your email that you send me. Whatever you would like, whatever you think would work best for you, let me know. I'm happy to make things. We're all making this up as we go, so we'll see how they work. Okay, thanks for watching. I will get in contact with you over the course of the next couple of weeks, and we'll see where everybody's at. Do really drop me a line. I've already exchanged emails with a lot of you, which is great. I really do hope that you guys are doing all right, and I really do hope that we get through this and we continue being able to learn some things. Thanks.